5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. It's we're all recovering from the Labor Day weekend and the break and having days taken and added from our schedule. I know it's pretty weird, but I'm glad it's Friday. Still feels like Thursday to me, but I don't know why. I'm glad you're here. I see a few of you have stopped in. Today's show is going to be possibly an abbreviated one. It's just myself, and I will shortly have our man about town, Steve Bear, the Aussie abroad. And today, he will be coming to us from Scotland. And let's see, I'm going to check out his notes here. He sent me a note last night. We had 3 choices, and I can confess I've been screaming busy, and I don't have my cue card in front of me, but that's okay. He'll be with us shortly. Good morning, Gina. How are you? You're up bright and early out there on the coast. What's happening, baby? What are you going to see tonight? I know Gina Adams, Lady About Town, is always the hottest shows. Her and Toby are always out and on the job out in LA. At any rate, let's see what today's news is going to bring us. Do we have any good news today? Ukraine has joined everyone else and accused Elon Musk of committing evil. We're doing an awful lot for the Ukrainians, and basically what he's complaining about is last year during the war, the Ukrainians asked him to turn on his satellite network. It's known as Starlink, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it. And basically, he did not turn it on because they were going to use it to attack the Russian fleet in Crimea. And I'm no fan of the Russians, so don't get me wrong here, but you know, if I'm just taking up and playing devil's advocate here. If I was Elon Musk, which obviously I'm not, I have too much hair, not enough money, and I don't know, nobody really hangs on my every word except for perhaps Gina. No, I'm kidding you. Thanks for watching. But at any rate, he didn't allow them to use Starlink to target. Now, for those of you who don't recall, last year at the time this was going on, there really was not a lot of, by then he'd already given them the means to communicate. The guy's given, $80 million. He's done a lot. And I know people say, well, he's got all this money, he could do better things or worse things or whatever. But bottom line is he's been helping them. He chose not to use his equipment to attack them 2 years ago, which was at the beginning of the war. And the fact that he's doing everything he can, but I can't say as I blame him. Would any of you guys out there in Radio Land, if you had a satellite system and you know there's a war with Putin and the way he is, would you want to turn yours on and risk getting killed? I mean, I know that sounds melodramatic, but I don't mean it in a melodramatic sense. I mean it in the sense that Putin has killed dozens, if not more, and I'm sure it's more, but I know of dozens of people. He's killed people in Europe, England. He's polonium darts. He does all kinds of stuff. And that happens in the world. And no matter how much money you've got, you've only got one life. So personally, I think he was just hedging his bet. Let's see. The governing body, the influence of Kremlin-backed accounts doing scams on us and other people seems to be increasing. Musk writing on his social media platform, well, where is all this pro-Russian propaganda? He doesn't see it, and the people running it don't see it. So that's his side of it. And I don't know, I'm curious what you guys think. If you were Elon Musk, would you... hey, Toby, good morning. So if you were Elon, would you have turned on the satellites to allow them to launch an attack in Ukraine? I'm really curious about. Thank you, Toby. Thank you very much. It gets long, and you start wondering if I should cut it. If I should, it's hot out. The truth is, I'm just lazy. As you can see, like I didn't shave this morning. Normally, when I come on the show, I shave and I groom and I mousse and I spruce and I do all that good stuff. And today, I just got out of bed, ran my hands across my head, and here I am in all my glory. I see there's 4 of you here at this point. We're just talking about Elon Musk. So my question for my friends and fans, good morning, Kathleen. Kat, what are you doing, babe? My friend Kathleen Snyder has been a pal of mine. She's always going to be Kathy M to me just because that's what I called her in high school. She was one of my cohorts in my favorite class there, the moral man look. All right. Tell you what, flattery will get you everywhere, Toby. I can walk around for a week on a good compliment, man. Thank you very much. That's nice. You're a sweetheart. So, Toby, what's going on this weekend in Music Notes out in L.A.? You're here, and I'm here, the Marlboro Man. I'll take that. And I thought he had short hair, though. Or, Kathleen, did you just get off work? Or you like at home in a semi-comatose state? For those of you who don't know my friend, she works as a nurse and frequently works overnight most of the time. So she's got that beautiful studio tan, but she's also an agriculture enthusiast. She's got goats and horses and all kinds of cool stuff, and just a great friend. I've known her for a long time. All right, we've got the Tribe's Neil Young Rascals at the Write-Off Room in Studio City. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, Toby, our friend Fuzzby will be playing in that band that night, I think. Kick in if you know. I just was talking to him this morning briefly. Actually, I didn't talk to him. We were texting. He came in at 4:38 your time and responded. I was just reaching out to see how things were going with the Fuzzman. He's an incredible musician, for those of you who don't know. And you can go through my YouTube videos and you can find my interview with Fuzzby. I'm planning on having him back. He's a real interesting character. I like him a lot because he went to the same boarding school in Italy that a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, Dave Register. Dave, I hope you're out there and feeling okay, man. My friend Dave, 3 years ago, I wish I could say time flies in a fun way, suffered a stroke. He was one of my coworkers for many, many years, and just a great guy. Anyhow, Sunday is the Mission Music. All right, Toby, who will be playing this week? Is it the same band as last year? I haven't seen them yet this year. They seem to be so happening during COVID. For those of you at home, I'm talking about the Mission Tile Music Series is in August in Pasadena, California. And California, I'll say it like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So how about it? I'm curious about you guys who live in California. How's the governor doing for you guys? I'm just curious. Asking a blatantly political question. I'm just curious because, New York, we read what is going on in LA. So, all right. Now, there you go. Look at that. Fresh eggs, wilted greens, and a mushroom omelet. You're eating well. Shit, I'll hop in the car. I'll be down in a couple hours. Now, I think it would take me about 10 hours, 8 hours to get down to Nashville. I will be going down. I was speaking to Gina Adams this morning, and I will be out on the road touring with her. We have some dates in October, so I'll be hitting the road. Right now, Gina is on the road heading into Nashville, so all my Nashville friends, Gina's back in town, and she's got gigs coming up and all kinds of cool stuff. Her book, she's landed Excellent Management, and I won't go into it because I don't know their name, but I know that she has 2 serious New York agents who are working with her now. You'll be seeing her on Netflix. You'll be seeing her on Amazon. You're going to be seeing her on all kinds of stuff. So things are looking good. Let's see. The new government shit coming down the pike. Oh, you mean the masking thing? I'm going to ask that everybody here. Do you guys think that masks are still efficient for controlling the COVID virus? I'm just going to say this, okay? I'm of the opinion that science has spoken and that the masks, because of the micron size of the virus particles that we expel when we're coughing or hacking or spewing up what we do when we're out in public, it is too small, and it will go ahead and penetrate the mask. Because think about it this way: if you have a screen, it's got very small fibers. Okay, for example, you get a praying mantis. He comes up, he hits the screen, can't do nothing. On the other hand, you got something else that can hit it, and it's tiny, like a no-see-um, that bites the shit out of you up in Maine, or if you have them wherever you happen to live. The virus is just too small. So the mask thing, while it makes people, including myself, has made me feel happy and thought I was possibly safe, it's just fugazi. So I personally am not going to be wearing a mask. I think it's absurd, and with all the medical concerns that have come out, I'm not an anti-vaxxer if you have health reasons, but the vax as it is being outlawed in other countries in Europe and so forth, and I'm just not into taking it, and I'm done. I've had my share. Okay, well, I'm sorry you're sitting on the fence, Kathy. That's really tough. It's going to be interesting to see. I am really curious, though. People, I don't care who you vote for. I love you all, man. You're all my friends, and people who have different opinions than me are definitely entitled to having them. And I respect it. You have your reasons. Good morning, Pam Ryan. All right. Another one of my favorite people. She's moved back out of my wonderful town of Highlands. Pam used to run Project Pets here in Highlands, and it's really messing her leaving. Masks are like trying to stop mosquitoes with a chain link fence. So there you go. I thought I'd come up with a great analogy with the screen, but there we go. There are other brilliant minds like mine. It'll be Cynthia Brando, Ed Tree, Tiza. Oh man, I've had a bunch of these folks on, all my friends, and I love them. Cynthia's great. She's always welcome here. And Tiza, shoot, I haven't had her on in a couple of years now. I think it's about time I have to give her a call. What a great talent. It's really great, you know. I tell you what, Toby, everybody owes you a bunch. You are the best PR person, and you're always hustling, and I know you're getting rich doing it. So I just say, you know, thank you, Toby, for all you do for everybody, including myself. I'm not a musician. I'm a drummer. But that said, I like to hang around with musicians and their girlfriends. No. I guess I could say I like hanging out with musicians and their person, their significant other. That works well for me, significant other. You are the bomb, Toby. I mean, you know, you hustle and you're always out there, and I know money's nice, but I know why you do it. You do it because you love the music, and that's the real thing that is important. And for those of you out there who have never watched my show, all of you watching now, yes, I will. Oh, I said Gina Adams. I am so sorry, Gina. Oh my God, it's Gina Jones, people. Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. Oh well, you know, you can do a lot with me, but I've got a guy here who's got a voiceover company. He's saying, "Hi, have voiceover questions? I have answers." Oh, listen, Kat, I will definitely plan to be seeing you probably on the way down. Because of the way flying is and stuff, I'm probably going to drive down to Nashville. I'm tired of the whole bullshit, having to mask up and deal with all these flakes on the plane and snakes on a plane. But I am hoping I meet that crazy chick who said, that shit isn't real, and I'm getting off the plane, because that is a girl who's a hot ticket. In fact, I'm going to try and track her down and see what she was freaking out about and what she saw. Does anybody out there remember that? There was a girl on a plane, and she got up. She's rather well endowed and good looking woman. And she stood up and she says, "Oh, that shit ain't fucking real." And she's looking, and then she runs off the plane. Well, there was an immense amount of scrutiny. And did not comply. You know me, I don't comply to much. I'm really a loose cannon. All right, and we've got Gina Adams. Gina Adams, not Gina Jones, is talking about this weekend. We got Ringo, Toto, Joe Bonamassa, Stone Temple Pilots, Hoobastank. And if I'm not mistaken, our friend Leland Sklar will be playing with Toto, unless I know he's off the road from Lee, but I'm not sure. I imagine he's out with Toto. Yeah, we were kind of loose cannons. Plant City didn't know what to do with us, Kat. All the people in our art class, I still stay in touch with most of them. And it was my favorite class, and included my favorite teacher and art teacher in general. I've had a couple of favorite teachers, but Mrs. A was the best. And I know that it's Mrs. Alexandrov Duggar. I don't know if she's got a third thing, but Lee is not with Toto on Saturday. Bummer. Too bad. I just love those guys, and Lee's such a prince among men. You know, funny thing, all these people who are making music for us, the majority of them are just such great folks. Yeah, we run into occasional, weirdo, or, even occasionally on the show I'll get some strange character who's just a little weird, stranger than me. And that's just the way it is. Life goes like that. So I'm going to play a couple of, we're going to do a quick commercial break because the people who do pay me, and believe me, we do get paid once in a while, but if any of you want to donate, give money, buy an ad, I prefer you buy ads because I don't really like grifting for money. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's lame. So donations and tips are approved, and I'm just going down the list here. So let's see who we're going to advertise today. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to advertise Nancy Kravitz because she's the best photographer anywhere, and you're going to love her. Here she is. And that's me singing and my band playing. All right, or my band of studio geeks, hacks, musicians, and former bandmates. Here we go. Nancy Kravitz.
Like a melting flake of snow. This year, I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. There's some changes headed.
Carlton Wilkinson.
Gulf Stream rising like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Sagging cigarette takes the subway home. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
And we're back. How about it? All right, so here we are. We're talking about all kinds of things worth talking about this morning. There's a lot of things that aren't worth talking about. Like here's one, yoga class in corpse pose mistaken for a ritual mass killing. All right. After an hour spent twisting like pretzels, the group of 7 yogis in a class held inside a cafe in Lincolnshire were finally in Shavasana, a position at the end of yoga class, sometimes called the corpse pose, or corpus, as President Obama would call it. Where people sink into a meditation state by lying on their backs. For 30 minutes, they resembled corpses as the instructor banged on a shamanic drum inside a room lit only by the golden glow of candlelight. Sounds like a love connection to me. I like candlelight. The scene was meant to be relaxing, but for a couple walking their dog, the Karen collection, it resembled something far more sinister. They called the police and they asked them, they said there's a bunch of dead people laying all over the floor and they thought it was a ritual mass killing. I think they must watch too many, I guess they watched too many horror movies and things like that. Can't imagine what would have been going on. But anyhow, the police did show up and there was drumming. I didn't think anything of it because it was sunset. And let's see what happened. You can reduce frailty, blah, blah, blah. Any rate, the cops showed up, rained on their parade, and that kind of sucks. Can you imagine doing you're in your asana pose, you're all dead on the floor. And I mean, my problem with yoga is, first off, I can just imagine walking in and like, I've seen the only guy in the class and he goes and he does some pose and all of a sudden he breaks wind with a velocity of like a leaf blower. So I think my, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. I don't trust my body. I know I'd get plenty of laughs though. So yeah, I'm looking here. Toby is talking about some of the great stuff going on this weekend. I'm coming back to that. The Tribe's Neil Young Rascals is going to be really cool. So if you guys are in Studio City, get out there and check it out. It's such a cool town too. I hope to make that my future home. I really, I dig that place. Got a great Mexican restaurant. I went and ate there with one of my cohorts. And I'm looking through all these comments here. Ask Oprah. I'm going to ask you ladies, any of you ladies ever watch Oprah anymore? Or do you only see her on news things passing by? Because I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Oprah, but you know, the Oprah, the one they think is stealing lots out in Hialeah, or excuse me, in Maui. Any rate, we're going back looking at some of the strange news. Okay. Well, Ukraine's pissed off about Elon Musk not turning on the satellite. I did ask if anybody is voting for their governor in California. I'm curious what the people on the ground think. I don't usually trust people in the news telling us who's ahead, who's behind. It doesn't matter who they're talking about. There's a spin to it, and I don't like spin. I like real things. So, in real things, for anybody in Highlands here, in my hometown or home area of New York area, the greater metropolitan area, I should say, we are expecting a Cat 5 hurricane. Yeah, baby! And I will be here live. I will get out on my deck, be blown sideways by the killer winds, and you'll see cows flying by. There'll be all kinds of shit happening. And, all right. Well, you know, it's funny, Kat, those tribute bands, it's like one of the only ways to get paid decently in the music industry these days. I know a lot of people loathe me to say this, but the truth is, the reason more people aren't making a living in music is there's just too many people. And I know people go, what? I'm creative. I'm the best in the world. Look, I am too. I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. No, 8, excuse me, 3 years off. But bottom line is, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of you can lose relationships, families, friends. You can end up living like an animal and then having a fair amount of money, or being on gigs. Even if you're a fairly successful musician, man, when COVID hit, there's no work. So you start doing session work over the internet. You start doing different things. Like my case, you start a show where you get up in the morning and talk shit about things. But, you know, we live in strange times. And part of the thing about the show, you mentioned it, Kathleen. I'm glad that you enjoy some of the new talents I've spotted. And there are some really amazing people. And I got to tell you, I wouldn't have half of the guests I have if it wasn't for all of the fans who watch the show and call me up or send me a text and say, hey, I've got this great band. You'd really like them. And I appreciate that. All right, speaking of that, hey, Doug, what are you doing, man? Hey, speaking of legends, man, Doug DeYoung, I'm going to send him a quick invite. Copy. Yeah, bear with me a minute, folks. I'm going to just step out of the room for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and send our friend an invite. I hope you can still see me. I'm just temporarily stepping out of the room. And we're going to go here, and I'm going to find paste. And we're going to go here now, and I'm going to say, because Steve Baird is in Scotland this morning, and he's not here. All right. Where is he? Doug. For those of you who don't know who Doug is, Doug DeYoung is an unbelievably talented musician. I first saw him, Toby introduced me to him 3-4 years ago, and he is just amazing. When he came to the States last year, he was over on the West Coast for a while. He hung out with Toby and all the other cool friends we have. And I just sent him an invite, and I'm going to come back in and see all of you guys. And tribute to, you know, you're right. It is sad. It's hard to believe Tom Petty passed away, and it's been 3 years. It just blows my mind how many people we've lost in the past few years. Okay, Doug's down there. Listen, folks, it's like midnight down in Australia right now, somewhere around there. So me putting Doug on the spot, he is fixing his hair. I'm going to fix mine too, just for you, Doug. I always like to pretty myself up for special guests. We got so I'm looking through the news pile here. Let's see. AI transforms stars into Barbies. Okay, great. Just what I really care about. Let's see. Top Hollywood agency is sold to a billionaire. That'll be interesting to see if that affects the strike in any way. Or if any of the strikers hint are talking to the new guy. Might be time to call in, try to make friends with this guy. For any of you who are wondering about the Hollywood strike, I am on the side, without a doubt, on the side of the writers and the creators who are doing the work and not getting a fair shake. Look, guys, I know of you King of Hollywood moguls. You got billions of dollars. You've had them all. You've slept with them all. You've done them all. I don't care. You want to pay for good talent? Pay them. Don't do this jive faux pay shit. It's not good. Well, here is some good news. I've got an article here on Herb Alpert, on 80 years in music, and what his quote, his opening line is, Mozart, Thelonious Monk, we all have the same 12 notes. And that is true. Unless you're somebody who's interested in microtonality or other types of music, which involves micro scales, different microtonalities, dissonance. Music's always going to do something for someone. And that's why there's always good stuff out there. But the problem with the industry nowadays, it's so easy to make records. There's just so much volume that the AI thing is scary, because they're going to basically, and if you don't trust record companies and Hollywood studios, unless you're, say, Tom Cruise, there's reasons for that. They haven't always acted in the best interest of their artists or their talents or the people who write it. The behind-the-scenes talent, nobody stays to watch the Oscars for that. I try to read them because I think it's important. A lot of the stuff we see is invented by people who are in those support roles. How are you going to do a show without great makeup or without great props or about scenery? And I think that, yes, AI is a great thing. I really do dig it. I like it for a lot of reasons, but I'm also terrified of it, as many other people. I will tell you, this afternoon I'm going to post some addresses. If you're trying to learn about AI and you don't know where to start and you hear these terms, I'm going to send you to a couple of mailing lists, which I will guarantee, and I'm not shilling for them. They haven't paid me squat, but I find that as far as educating myself about what's going on in the world of AI, I'm just a normal guy. I'm a drummer. I can barely count to 4. Oh, that's 2. Never mind. I can get to 2. But, the bottom line is it's coming. And are all the things that you're afraid of worth being afraid of? Absolutely. It can be really misused in the wrong hands. It's very similar to a gun, people. If you give the wrong people AI, you got bigger problems than you have with just a handgun, okay? Or a weapon that somebody owns. And I'm talking primarily about people who are gun owners who are legitimate, legal, law-abiding citizens. I'm not talking about the skunks who go out in all colors and steal from us. They steal from the people who do things legitimately. They're out there and nothing you can do. I will just tell you, if you get a chance today, read The Guardian. There's an interview with Herb Alpert, and I will tell you, you want to read it. I'm not going to read it on the air. That would just be stupid. And all I can say is check it out. He's got a lot of interesting insights into the music business. So we're in other news. If you're a bookie, it's good news that 70 million Americans plan to bet on the new season, football. So I'm curious, taking an informal poll. What are you doing down there, Doug? Are you tuning your guitar, man? For those of you who don't know, Doug DeYoung is from down in beautiful, let me think, Botany Bay. No, he's not in Botany Bay. Where the hell is he? He's in Australia. He's on the northwest coast, and I just can't think of the name of the town, but somebody will kick me in. He's logging in so he can tell us in person. How's that? You know, sometimes when I start these shows early in the morning, Brisbane, there we go. He just got that like a second after I said it. I knew it was a B, but I couldn't think of it. Hence I said Botany Bay, which is like the first place I believe anybody went to Australia when they dropped off all the convicts. The Brits just were like, here you are, you're eating kangaroo from now on. I'm pretty sure if I'd lived in England in those days, they would have packed me up. Being a smart-ass drummer with a bad disposition, they would have been like, this guy's gone, get him out of here. Asking inconvenient questions. And then we've got an actor, Danny Masterson's been sentenced to hard time for rape. Wow. I don't really know what he's done. 70s show actor. He's being sentenced today. Wow. It was 20 years ago this guy was out being a perv. He was pooning on chicks. He's been given 150 days credit for time served. And let's see, he can file a notice of appeal. Let's see what they say. They thought to have it overturned, but they're not. He's free on bail. He's a Scientologist. Let's see. Well, all I can say is not a good thing, man. Guys, if you're out there with your woman, don't get all rapey and shit. You know, I mean, she'll let you know if she wants it, okay? Trust me. You know, if you want to get laid, guys, start by, like, acting like it. Jesus. I don't know. Rapey guy, I don't really care, you know. If it's been proven the guy's a skunk, send him off. He'll have some new appreciation for the crime of rape. And we've got a fake Trump legal fund that's paying both sides and ripping all of us off. And look who I see here sitting. Can you hear me there, Mr. DeYoung? Nod your head. He sees me. He hears me.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you perfect. How are you, my brother? It's been a long time, man.
Yeah. Thanks for getting me on randomly. So
it's funny because randomly, you know, whenever I talk to you,
4.
Yeah, look at that. You just get off the gig?
Yeah. I just got home. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there's the drummer. I heard you say that.
Yeah. I like you guys, man. I always have, and enjoy it. And hell, hope to see you in Florida the first of the year, man. Down in January.
Yeah. So I'll be. I've just been offered like a few New Year's Eve gigs that I've knocked back. So I'll be playing on the 30th. And then hopefully getting on a plane and being in Florida within 48 hours. But, you know, also, too, it's the most expensive time to buy a ticket.
Oh, I know. I don't even want to ask because I just looked at tickets yesterday. I got to go to Nashville. I decided I'm probably just going to drive. And, you know, and then I was looking. I keep watching for cheap tickets out to L.A. just because I'm going to do an impulsive LA trip in the next few months. I've got some road stuff going on with Gina Jones. Gina Jones. I almost called her Gina Adams. I'm completely without a mind sometimes. At any rate, so what's new down there, man? What have you been up to? You gigging all the time and teaching and.
Yeah, so I guess in short, since I've seen you last, I'll just get this up on my telephone. I've dropped a new track on Spotify called Little Man.
Oh yes, I know the song well. I love that song. So
I did do the whole YouTube thing a little while ago, but I got it on Spotify. I got another track in the works, but I'm actually. This sounds bizarre, but I'm actually going to Germany in like 8 days.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be shredding in the. It's called Guitar Summit. I've never been to it before. I don't know what to expect, except a lot of guitar players.
All right.
So that's going to
What
be
city is it in?
Mannheim. So
Okay.
all I know is I'm going to fly to Frankfurt and then deal with another language and try and get there. So
Trust me, the Germans speak better English than you or I do.
oh, really? Well,
Oh yeah,
it's not hard.
I'd go in and I would start. I'd be like, "Wie heißen Sie?" Name Neil Vianeri. They go, "Don't worry about it. I speak English." They're like, "Don't kill the German, man. You're just like really awful."
Okay.
But I still give it a try. And the good thing is, I know enough of it. You know, I was over there for a while, and I know.
Oh,
enough
really?
Of it. Yeah, I know enough of it to know when they're kind of poking fun at the Yank.
Okay.
But Germany's a great place. I was in Berlin, and primarily that's where I was the whole time with a few trips.
I guess being a music nerd similar to yourself, study. I've got a jazz degree, and when I was much younger, studying the classical. But the whole concept of a pop star, right? Wasn't that penned by Mozart or lived by Mozart?
Right.
Yeah,
Well, it's like Germany's a funny place in many ways, but in other ways, it's like they're not known for their stand-up comedy. They chased all the comics out a few decades ago, and things have kind of sucked ever since. They just don't. I don't know. Those Germans, they just know how to yuck it up, man. Drink a bunch of beer, get in the lederhosen, making ziggy zaggy.
Yeah,
I love that shit. Back then,
that's
I was
amazing.
a drinker. So when they'd start doing the oompa shit, I'd get up and start cutting the rug. And anybody who's seen me dance knows that any woman who's danced with me has run off screaming in terror. They're like, "You're a drummer. You're supposed to be like Mr. Groove, But I just don't have it, man. What can I tell you? So how's what else is going on? What's new and exciting in Australia right now? Like, what's the big happening thing going on?
Okay, well, I guess I just mentioned. I was just listening to what you were saying about AI. So I guess two things. I'll talk about AI in a second, but post-COVID, I guess because we're coming into summer, right? Because we're opposite to you guys, so touring is just gone gangbusters.
Right.
Everyone's trying to make up for lost dollars for over COVID. So next week, Nuno and from Extreme's going to be in town. I'm going to try and say hello, and Vernon Reid from Living Colour. That'll be fantastic. That's obviously from a guitar point of view, but there's lots of other artists in the house.
Sure.
So for me, what's been happening is I went to the Gold Coast Music Awards. I think that I've got a little photo here. I was actually nominated. So Gold Coast is like Miami, Florida, I guess.
Sure. It's very popular. I've seen it a lot on MTV and such.
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to find this little photo here for you, but I got nominated for like Musician of the Year. I didn't win it, but I did get nominated. So here he is on the little show reel.
There he is. All right, look at that wild and crazy man.
So
well,
I had
didn't the fortune teller tell you that you were going to be successful and become a big star?
Yeah. Right. I remember that, man. That was cool.
That was funky, man. I often joke about it. I always joke with my friends. I said, me and my friend, they all asked me, they're like, "What the hell did you take him there for?" I said, "Because I never went to one. I figured if it was good enough for Bruce Springsteen, it would be good enough for us." Well, hopefully one of us, she told me the same thing. I'm going to be huge and over the top. So who knows? Howard Stern, watch your ass, buddy. Howard's at home. He's going, "Oh, fuck that guy." And I would too. I love you, Howard, man. Call me up. I'll be your great guest.
Yes, of course. But other than that, Larry Mitchell just played in my studio like 3 nights ago, 2 or 3 nights. And I just spent the last couple of nights attending a big conference. So making inroads. And I wanted to ask you too, like, I guess, everyone can dream about being a musician and stuff. But what I've really, really learned, like here in Australia, like there's set tours. So you can do like, let's for lack of a better word, the massive Outback tour through Alice Springs, and I'm not sure if you've heard of those terms.
Sure,
before.
I have actually.
Yeah. That's in like the center of Australia where Ayers Rock or Uluru, I guess.
Right.
And so they call it regional touring. And I guess you guys would have that. But in America, you can get on a bus and within an hour you're in another town. And in this town, in Queensland where I live, you can get on a bus and go for 8 hours and you still haven't hit the next town.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm dying to come to Australia. It's like
you're well and welcome, man. Hit me up.
Yeah, you know, it's like of all the places on my bucket list, that's at the top. And my girlfriend, well, you've met Annie. She's been there and loved it. And
this is some of the wildlife
uh-huh.
It's going to be weird playing a video on a video, but hang on. This is insane. This is me.
Whoa, what the hell? Jesus Christ.
Wait for it. It's going to... Is it on? Yeah, this is... it gets in my ear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my Lord.
Yee.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I don't know if I've told you the snake story, but...
oh, really?
The snakes, yeah. I have a relationship with snakes that borders
Welcome to Australia.
between fear and terror, and then just nonchalant, kind of look to the side and go, yeah, okay, he's over there. I'm not going over there, you know? When I was a kid, I moved to Florida, which is like moving to Queensland. It's like there's all kinds of shit that bites. There's snakes, there's fucking alligators, there's crocodiles. We've got it all. And we got rednecks, which are sort of what I think the croc hunter is like. That's what everybody thinks everybody in Australia does, is run around catching crocs. And
right, there's always, if you go to any pub, any bar, there's always one.
Absolutely, I'll bet. It's sort of like America. Even in New York, you'll find one redneck in the bar going, I don't like this shit. You know, what kind of music is this anyway? What do we got here? New comments. Okay. I posted your name there because trying to get some of these people to call you up and buy that great piece of music, man. I mean, seriously. Toby's the best, isn't she?
Oh, amazing.
Woman,
yeah,
man.
well, when I went to the States, Toby really, really helped me, and massive shout out to Toby, and it's great to see what she's doing. And
she's just the best.
She's just really running her own music appreciation society that needs to be more appreciated by everyone
there
else.
There needs to be more people, but there's no, you're never going to have another Toby, man. The girl's just got it going on.
Yeah.
And she's a sweetheart.
She knows everybody.
She knows
she's a
everybody.
celebrity unto herself. So.
Absolutely. And she's just great. And I have to say, our friend Gina, her sidekick and cohort, is also great because she's always, like the first one on in the morning. And I just have to say, it's really nice. I appreciate everybody who watches. And I know a lot of folks don't watch it during the show because they're off and they have other things. I've got to run a quick commercial, but then we're going to be right back. And we'll be right back with Doug DeYoung.
Okay.
And let's see who we're going to bring on here. I've already done that one. Let's see. We've got to find a new ad for somebody. Here we go. Not that one. It's where the hell is Leland? Oh my God. I don't know where he is. He's gone. He's left the building.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the...
Hey guys, I'm international singer-songwriter Hira, and I'm on Live with Neve. See you guys soon.
Hey everybody, this is Steve from Reach for the Sky, along with Jay from Reach for the Sky. And you're listening live with Neve.
Hey guys, my name's Eli Alger, and I'm here on Live with Neve.
Hey Eli, what's happening? Eli's doing good these days. Boy's got some killer band going on. It really does. Anytime, Toby, you're the bomb. I have to say, there's so many bands out there that ought to be paying you.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Toby, if I get signed to this show and we get something happening, I'm moving to LA. I'm hoping you'll come to work for me. That way you won't have to be grunting around, but you still do your thing. But come to work for me. Pump this show. Yeah. I'll pay you lots of money. Hell yeah, whatever. The girl needs some coin, man. It's
Yes.
like the guy here at the Count Basie Theater. Count Basie once said, they asked him, well, what do you do to keep your band? Do you have a gimmick? He said, yeah, I have a gimmick. I pay them and they play music for me. What an
Count
amazing
Basie said
concept. Count
Yeah,
Basie
Count
said
Basie
it.
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to look for some more photos for you to show you what else I've been up to.
Great.
Oh, here we go. Last couple of gigs.
All right, there you go. Playing a Strat. Is that the one you bought here?
I just had that custom. That was a Chevelle. I
Okay.
just had it custom made for like it's got Doug DeJong written all over it, like a custom guitar. So that's exciting. That's happening, and yeah, what else has been? Yeah, just making inroads and getting ready to do more gigs. I got booked for some festivals, and I want to talk to you about this off air. Hey, Deborah, how you going?
Hey, babe. Another one of our friends from Brisbane.
Yeah, because it must. What time is it now? It's 12:47. Yeah.
Okay, so it's getting on 1 a.m, people. And
Yeah,
we've
well, I've
got
only
Doug
just-
here, sitting here bleary-eyed, half shot with liquor and alcohol, out chasing the pretty girls.
Because I was just literally driving home and I saw your thing and you said, "Oh, I'm just going to send him a thing." I was like, "Oh God, I'm going to get out of the car and get down to the studio."
Oh no, you were running through the house. I can see it now. You trip over the dog or something. You come on. You're like, "Oh, I'm here, ready to go."
Yeah.
Well,
But,
man, it's great
sorry,
to
you
see
go.
you.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And how I should ask you how what's going on with your music?
Well, my music has been kind of stalled. I've had a bunch of crap going on, so I haven't been really doing much music. My friend who I've been playing with some had broken his foot. Nick Clements, the saxophone player for Bruce Springsteen's son, I've been playing some gigs with him on percussion.
Wow.
And he broke his foot. And he had to have surgery and all that crap. So we haven't really been playing much.
Did he break it playing saxophone?
No, he doesn't play saxophone. His dad did. I don't play. Listen, you give me a saxophone, it would sound about as good as me playing a guitar. Now, I can sit and hack out a bit. I can fuck around, but that's why we have people like you who are built for speed. You have the correct design. I'm a drummer, man. I whack on stuff, and beat piano. I have much more in common with a piano than I do a drum kit,
Right.
Or I
okay.
mean with a guitar rather, because I can do it, but I don't have that touch. Like some people pick it up and you learn 30 chords in a minute and remember them. I'm like, I think it's a G.
Yeah, right.
My guitar player friends are like, just fucking quit it. I'll play it for you. I do a songwriting thing. I'll ask them to write me a bridge and I'll play the whole little shit part I've written. And they're like, oh, that's like kind of lame. Why don't you add a few things to it? Tell me which chords I need to augment or diminish or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, well, that sounds cool. No. Do you still teach?
Yes. So I'm a music teacher by day, and I also teach math. And I do music directing and musical director, as in putting ensembles together. Doug DeJong is awesome guitar player, especially his crazy. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got
Deb's
some
a
other.
sweetheart. She's got. I have to say, she proudly wears a Live with Neve T-shirt. My first T-shirt sale in Australia. Rock on. I've got to get some more made for all of you fans out there. A few people have them.
Yeah.
I got to get them out. That's the only thing holding back the show. It's not anything to do with me, but.
But but to finish off your question, yes, still doing that, and I would love to do the whole musician thing full time, to maybe free up from teaching. But I wanted to ask you too, going to Florida, like I don't know if it's cool to cross paths with you down there because.
Oh yeah. I'm going to come to Florida to see you because you're going to be down in South in Miami, right?
Or I think I'm going to go Orlando for like 4 days and.
Great.
I mean, I say that like I know where it is. I haven't got a clue.
Orlando's in the dead center of the state, and my folks are in. That's where I went to college, Winter Park. Full Sail Center for the Recording Arts is there.
Oh yeah. Because I've heard about that school over here.
It's it's a great. Orlando's like tourist central for everywhere.
Because isn't there a Disneyland in there?
Oh yeah, there's Disney World. I like to call it Grizzly Land because I've been so many times, and the sound of screaming children. And then it's so bloody hot, you're fucking standing in the sun. The way to go is to buy the fucking Rockstar Pass. You can spend some money and buy a pass that you can go to the front of the line and do all this stuff. And if you don't have kids, Even
Really?
especially if you have kids, you should do it because you don't have to wait in line. But if you're just there with a date or some friends, you want to do it because you don't want to stand in the sun and spend half your day standing in the sun. You want to be getting in the rides, and go to Epcot because it's great eating. The food is unbelievable.
Yep.
They have French people. I've had the best French meal outside of Paris I've ever had at France during
Wow.
they have an international food festival every year. It's usually in September. And it's just the best because the food is really good. In fact, of all the things at Disney World, that is the one place that I don't mind going, spending a pot full of money, eating and drinking whatever the hell I want, getting a hotel, at one of the resorts, the Polynesian or one of those. I don't really care for the big, huge Future World hotel. It's lame. It's like being on Logan's Run, locked into a little crappy cabin. Even the penthouse kind of sucks. Fuck that place. Unless Disney wants to give me a few hundred passes that I can give out to the fans, they can go and terrorize you people.
Yeah, right. And so, I think I told you that story when I was in Anaheim. I actually got escorted out of Disneyland because I was in there at 3 a.m. Apparently, it wasn't open.
Oh!
Wait. Who knew they had security there? But anyway, it happens.
That's like Knott's Berry Farm or whatever they have out in California. Same thing. I like that when they did it at the zombie movie. Have you ever seen that movie, Zombie?
Yeah.
It was really funny. That's the kind of movie I want to be in. I want to run around shooting zombies and then when they killed Bill Murray of all things, that was just crazy, crazy movie.
And then, so other things. What else should I check out in Florida, music wise? Is there like any festivals or so? Or
tell you what, we'll talk about that. I'll find out what's happening in January, and if you're going to be in Orlando, it's a good time because I'll be staying in Tampa, which is on the other coast.
a mate of mine owns a bar there. So
what's it called?
Rock House Live.
Okay. So, I don't know it because I left a long time ago, but I'll find out about it. And
I'm going to go and do some gigs. I'm going to surprise him. He doesn't know yet. So.
Oh, well, if you're going to show up in town, we'll have to do a little planning off. But yes, Gina, I will be in California. That is the earliest I'll be in California, I think. But I will say this. I qualify that because every once in a while, she's got some great gigs she's going to. So I've been watching all of the... when she puts up, they've got, this weekend it's like ZZ Top or Billy Gibbons. Every time I see this, I start looking through the airlines to see if I get a quick flight. Just buy a one-way flight and then buy a ticket home. Haven't quite found it in time yet, but that's changing. I'm aware of it, and so every day I'm getting an updated cheap flights to LA thing, which...
Well, I remember trying to book flights at your place once, and by the second... The flight price kept moving. Like 1 minute it's 420, and then it's like 700, and it drops down to 500. It's like playing
crazy.
Russian roulette. Yeah.
I don't know how the hell they figured out what type of system they're using, but it looks like pretzel logic to me. I just don't see any. It's sort of like politicians or weathermen. They never lie, but sometimes they're a little off. I don't recall saying that. It's like right now we have this hurricane's heading our way.
What?
They've got supposedly there's a Category 5 hurricane, and fuck off knows where it's going to go. They told us a few days ago it was going to hit Florida or whatever. At any rate, the bottom line is that if you're a weatherman or a politician, you say what you need to say. Like right now, last night it was supposed to rain, torrential rain here, hail, blah blah blah. I didn't have shit. It's a ultimate job where you don't have to really perform. It just you kick an educated guess. I could throw a dartboard and decide whether we're going to get a hurricane next week. It'd be as accurate if I did it every day as the weather guy, because he'll change his story every day too.
Right, is the only person that can get it wrong and still
still get paid well and even rise in the business. The guy here in New Jersey that I follow for weather, he's some goober guy who's not a famous guy, but he's a guy who's devoted his lifetime to weather. He should be the national weatherman, probably.
Wow.
But he gets on and he tells you all about why and where it's working and why the news guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's fairly entertaining.
I've got something here to show you as well about your weather. So you're
wonderful
near New York, New Jersey. So I have to do this back to front.
Yes. There we go.
So you're.
We're perfectly clear at the moment.
Oh no, it's just the map. I'm just showing where I live.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So going down under. Oh God, I can't do this backwards.
Oh, you can't do it backwards.
Yeah.
It's like.
Oh Christ! What's going on there? Here we go.
There he goes.
So where am I?
You're in Fiji Islands.
Yeah. Oh, there I am. There I am there, Australia.
Right there. Beautiful Brisbane.
Yeah, so apparently I'm facing the desert. I'm facing inland. That's what Apple says.
I guess so. But where you live, you have all kinds of jungle and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, well, out of the top 11 snakes in the world, most venomous, we've got like 9 of them, or 8 of them or something.
Great.
Yeah, so anyway, I can't really... I was just trying to show you. So there I am there, and this is where you are on the other side of the...
Yes. 48 hours of fun flying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, you know.
How many stops do you make on that trip?
Well, from Brisbane, you can... I usually pay extra because I think you can do a direct flight to LA. I think it's weird because on the way there, I think it's like 12 hours, but on the way back, it's like 15 hours straight. But I could be making that up.
I could jet streamer crap.
Yeah, but it's longer
brown
one way. Yeah, eastern brown snake. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, as I said, anything that moves in Australia will probably kill you. What's probably more frightening, which a lot of tourists get hung up on, is when they go to all the beautiful oceans and beaches. We have like stoned fish.
Right.
You know, you can't see them. You stand on them. You're in hospital. Sea snakes are more venomous than the land snakes.
Anything. What else have you got out there? You've got
sea lice. Sea lice.
Oh.
Jellyfish. The blue ring octopus.
That's blue ring octopus, the one that just kills you in a minute or something. God.
Yeah, well, I just had that. They're the colors for my. I've got some artwork to show you.
Great.
It's based on the blue ring octopus. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Debbie says she doesn't go in the water.
Yeah.
And you've also got those salties swimming around.
Oh man, there was a crocodile in North Queensland that swam out of the ocean, and this fisherman had caught 2 baby sharks. Good name for a theme song.
Yeah,
and the crocodile came and ate 2 sharks. Have you seen that? You can Google
I
that.
haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to Google it. Yes.
Yeah, you can play that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I'll just get some artwork. If you want to pull me off for 1 second, I'll just get some artwork.
That'd be great. Okay, I'll have you right back. I'll see you when you come back. All right, we're getting some artwork. You know, look at this. I think we're going to have to go into overtime, so I'm going to run a commercial real quick. Let's see what we've got here.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
Hi, everybody. This is Donna Frost, and I'm live with Neve. See you soon.
Hi. We're waiting on Doug. He'll be back in just a minute. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. See what happens. Some days you can take a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Or you can make one, excuse me. Anyhow, I see Doug he's putting on the headphones. He's lifting the art. He's coming into the room. He's now posing it. Check it out, people. How about it, man? The blue-ringed octopus.
Yeah, so this is art made by Dave Voss, dedicated to me. There's my initials.
All right.
DDJ.
I love it.
Yeah, as in spade, because my name's Doug. Spade, shovel, dug a hole. And I'll just stand up.
I love it, man. That is so cool.
Yeah. I'm really bad at doing
demonstrations. That's all right. We're going to get you some modeling training. There you go. Now you're getting the hang of it. Look, we have the lovely Doug DeYoung from beautiful Brisbane. He's talking about the attack of the red fucking octopus.
Blue ring octopus. Orange is my signature color. I play like an orange Strat. And blue, I love blue. And red guitar. But I love the eyes. And you see the diamond in here, over here. And the octopus is, I do this trick over the fretboard, you know, playing with eight fingers.
Hell yeah.
Like an octopus. Yeah.
I love it. That's fucking great, man.
Yeah, so you can see the detail.
His name is Doug Spade. So people, if you want some cool artwork, check out Doug Spade, man. Hit up Doug DeYoung.
Well, yeah, Dave Voss painted it for me as a gift. And
it's really great.
I am just blown away from the dedication of this man. And also Dave Johnson, who painted the guitar. It's upstairs. And there's some really, really cool shit that's going to be coming out with my stuff on it.
All right. I gotta say, you are a marketing kingpin, man. You got a great site. In fact, everybody, check it out. Get yourself a shirt from Dave, man. You know, seriously, Doug. I'm sorry, not Dave. Those crazy alphabets are getting to me.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, folks, it's great to have you on. And I would normally say, hey, man, why don't you play something? But it's late.
I don't have my.
Hey, Steve Baird, I sent you the link, mate. He's not a new Aussie. Do you know Steve?
I think so.
Steve
I'm
Baird?
not sure.
At any rate, he's my Aussie about town. He's an Aussie. He's out in England right now. He's in Scotland.
Oh.
So he goes out and finds cool places to go. But today it was also fucking foggy in Scotland. We couldn't do it.
I don't know where you're at. Are you there somewhere?
Hold on. You can hear me though. Yeah, he's our new Aussie abroad. He's out on holiday. He's been wandering around the UK, your mother country, and so I have him on. He's a great guy.
Yeah, cool.
Real nice guy and funny as hell. He also is one of your neighbors. For whatever reason, I think this is, if I ever move to Australia, I'm gonna have to go to Brisbane because that's where all you guys are that I know.
Yeah. Where does Steve live?
He lives in Brisbane somewhere too.
Oh wow. Okay,
yeah, it's really weird. We have this geographical influx on the statistics, and I'm always cracking up. I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, wow. But yeah, it's been cool that you just randomly reached out while I was driving, trying to do a reverse parallel park in my driveway, because we drive on the other side of the road, right?
That's true. Well, listen, everybody. Doug's been here, and happy enough. It's great to have you join us, as always.
That's cool, man.
Are you playing tonight?
Yeah, so I just did a gig down the Gold Coast. So I live a little bit north of the Gold Coast. So yeah, I did a acoustic solo show. I'm endorsed by Singular Sound Looper. Okay. So I use my little Eros looper and Beat Buddy drum machine and do my acoustic thing.
Very cool.
Mainly covers, just being honest tonight. So
sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We all got to do. We play covers for years so we can play our own. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah. And even then, when I went and saw Michael Bublé over here, he's playing covers of all the greats too. Still.
Absolutely. Lots of people do. I mean, absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, we're out of here. And thank you very much, Doug. I'll see you soon. And I'll hit you up offline, but not now. I'll let you get some sleep. I'll reach out over the weekend.
Park me in the back. I'll talk to you after the show.
All righty. Take care, brother.
See you, man.
Adios. Okay, people, I thank you very much for watching. It's great. I really do appreciate all the comments and friends. And you get down to the bottom. John Blunt. Very nice. All right, Deborah. Well, goodbye to all my friends. Gina, Toby, Steve, everybody. It's good to see you. Kathleen. I got to go, and we'll see you next time.